What's up, comic book fans? And welcome to Comics Icons. Now, JJ, what they call me. And today, we got more Blood Hunt. This time with Doctor Strange, issue number 15. And this issue is dope because it picks up right where the first issue of Blood Hunt ends, with that bloody surprise ending. And if you guys missed that Blood Hunt issue number 1, and you don't know what bloody surprise I'm talking about, then I'll place a card for you right at the top of the screen right now, and a link at the end of the video. But for everybody else, I'm sure you all are dying to find out what happened with Stephen Strange after Blade revealed himself to be the new leader of the structure and double-crossed Doctor Strange with that fatal cheap shot. Plus, you gotta be curious as to how Clear Strange will retaliate. So if you guys are ready for more Blood Hunt and what happens next for the Sorcerer Supreme, then you guys know what time it is. Let's get it. So when this issue kicks off, we're taken back to Bleecker Street the night of the first Blood Hunt series issue. Just as Blade reveals himself to be the new leader of the structure, and he drives his blade right through the back of Doctor Strange. And Clear just absolutely freaks. But Blade continues to hold on to the dying Stephen Strange while he taunts Clea. He wonders what her blood would taste like. Meanwhile, Clea is worried about her husband, and she demands that Blade let him go. But Blade tells her not to fear, because he has no intention of wiping Strange completely off the board. He just wants to turn him, and he bites the neck of Dr. Stephen Strange. And Clea reacts just as you think she would, and tries to hit Blade with a spell, but it doesn't work. Blade is somehow able to block the spell, which surprises Clea. He's not a mage, she tells him. But he just taunts her once again, and then tosses Strange's body in her direction. And as Clea catches Stephen, Blade charges her way, but Clea is able to hold him off. She's quite powerful and not from this world. Then she questions what manner of swords those are that's able to hold back her power. So he decides to tell her a story, that back in the old Atlantis, there was a sacred order, hunters of magicians, and they forged blades that could cut through enchantments and protect them from dark spells and hexes. Then Blade tosses one of those swords to Clea, almost as if he wants to see what she's got. But she warns Blade that was a mistake. She's not limited to just magic. She's warlord born and can kill with anything she has in her hands. And Blade really seems to be enjoying this moment. But Claire asks him why. Why is he doing this? Stephen has been his friend, and they fought against the vampires together. So Blade tells her this plan was long in the making, letting his hungry children loose across the globe, taking down the Avengers. Those were just his opening moves. But in order to achieve his endgame, he had to take out the Sorcerer Supreme. He had to take the Montesi formula off the board. Then Clea tells Blade that he's made another mistake then. She and Stephen won't rest until they assemble that formula. And Blade knows that they would. Whether he left Stephen alive or even if he killed him, her grief would spur her on. But that's why Blade has left her with a convincing argument not to do it. Then he points her in the direction of her husband. Look at what I've made of Stephen Strange, he tells her. As Strange begins to now turn into a vampire. No, Clea screams. Yes, Blade replies. Rise, my child of the night. Rise and kill. And now Vampire Strange goes in to attack his wife, Clea. Blade has fully thought out this plan. But Clea is able to call on the Crimson Bands of Sidorak to bind Vampire Strange, at least for the moment. Then she asks Blade, why does he stay his hand and not end her? It's because he's won, he tells her. I don't want to kill you, Clea Strange. Plus, he's not even sure if he could turn a Faultine. But she's got value to him just as she is. And even if she does assemble the Montesi formula, could she cast it now? Blade asks, knowing that you will be killing your one love. Then he tells her to keep that thought in mind and ensure that no one else casts that formula. I will live to see you dead, Clea proclaims. But Blade tells her maybe so, but it wouldn't be the first time he's died. Then he calls for the Blood Coven to bring him back home, and just like that, Blade is gone. And now Clea is left to deal with her vampire husband. But she tells him that this curse of his body that Blade has put on him has also clouded his mind, and now she must separate the two. And then that's exactly what she does, as she uses her magic and pulls Doctor Strange's spirit from his body. And now that he's out, as a floating ghost basically, he tries to apologize to Clea, because he knew that he was attacking her, but there was nothing that he could do to stop himself. Blade's will was too strong. But then he tells her that this changes nothing. They must still assemble the Montesi formula. But Clea refuses. She doesn't care about saving the world anymore if Steven isn't in it. She's not going to sacrifice him to save it. But that's beside the point, she tells him. This is what Blade wants. For them to waste their time scrambling for a magic spell to fix everything, while fighting against the idea of the sacrifice. Blade thinks that he has them beat, but he's wrong. He beat them because he knew them, and they were blind to the threat. But now their eyes are open, and they can win by doing the unexpected. They've got to save Steven's world and save Steven. So Strange agrees and says that they must join forces with the other heroes. Blade thinks that they're broken and scattered, but they've got to show him he's wrong. And then there's a knock at the door, and how about that? Some of the heroes have already come looking for him as Miles Morales and Spider-Man shows up with Tigra and Hunter's Moon. And at first, they're shocked to see that he's a freaking ghost. But then they all gather and they begin to make their plans to save the day. But they're not alone, as another presence proclaims that yes, they must truly save the day. But they don't know that he's here. And now he thinks it's almost time for him to make his entrance, as Doctor Strange's villainous brother Victor Strange is revealed. A ghost also, a mind without a body. And look, he thinks, a body without a mind. As he looks at the bound vampire body of his brother Steven, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the issue. So what did you guys think about the issue? Do you guys think that maybe Blade has something else up his sleeve? Maybe he took out Strange because he didn't want him to assemble that formula, but he kept Clea alive because he knew that they'd be a big part of the end game. I don't know. What do you guys think? What kind of conspiracy theories do you have? How are you guys digging this event to this point? There's a lot of issues and tie-ins coming up for this event, so this thing is major. And I'm going to do my best to cover the entire thing, so hopefully it ends up being a strong event and it ends well. But like I said, hop in those comments and hit me with your best thoughts and theories. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video and this channel, and you'd like to support the channel, then you could do so by stopping by the Comics Icon store and picking you up some of this new merchandise, including the background music heard right here in this video, or by joining the Iconic Fan Club channel membership. And there'll be a link in the description to join. But with your membership, you'll gain access to weekly interactive live streams with yours truly, where we can talk about everything that's been going down in these issues, as well as ones that you'd like for me to go over in the future, and all kinds of other comic book news. Plus, you guys will get loyalty badges, member shout-outs in these videos, and up to 20% off of Comics Icon's merchandise from the Comics Icon store. And now we've got new tiers to the memberships as well, starting at just 99 cents. And all the tiers get access to the interactive live streams. Now, how's that for an easy way to help out and support your favorite channel? Or you guys can donate to the channel with a super thanks. And if you're not able to do any of those, then you can still be a tremendous help to the future of this channel by dropping a like, share, and subscribing to Comics Icons for more icons in the comic book world. But ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm out.